A difficult beginning. John Winston Lennon was born on October 9, 1940, in Liverpool, England during World War II. His early life was marked by instability. His father abandoned the family, and his mother, Julia, allowed her sister, Mimi Smith, to raise young John. John's childhood was often lonely, but it was also creative. He was bright, rebellious, and drawn to drawing, writing, and most of all, music. Inspired by American rock and roll, he began learning guitar as a teenager. The birth of the Beatles. In 1957, John formed his first band, the Quarrymen, which soon included Paul McCartney and George Harrison. This group eventually evolved into the Beatles, joined later by Ringo Starr. By the early 1960s, the Beatles had exploded into global fame. Their music defined a generation, with hits like Hey Jude, Let It Be, Yesterday, and All You Need Is Love. John Lennon was one of the band's main songwriters and its intellectual core. His lyrics were often raw, honest, and socially aware. While Paul McCartney leaned more toward melody and pop sensibilities, John brought a sharper, more experimental edge. Love and Peace, Yoko Ono. In 1969, John married Yoko Ono, a Japanese conceptual artist he had met during an art exhibition. Their relationship was deep, spiritual, and highly public. While some fans blamed Yoko for the Beatles' breakup, John often said she helped him find his true self. Together, John and Yoko became international peace activists. Their bed-ins for peace, where they invited the media to witness their peaceful protest from bed, became symbolic acts against war, especially the conflict in Vietnam. Imagine, a dream beyond borders. In 1971, John released his most famous solo song, Imagine. Its lyrics envisioned a world without divisions, no borders, no religion, no possessions. It became an anthem for peace. Imagine all the people living life in peace. The song was not just beautiful, it was bold. It challenged the world to dream bigger, to hope for unity in a time of conflict. Life after the Beatles. After the Beatles broke up in 1970, John focused on his solo career. Albums like Plastic Ono Band, Imagine, and Walls and Bridges showcased his personal struggles, with fame, politics, love, and pain. He took a break from music in the mid-70s to focus on raising his son, John Lennon. For 5 years, he lived quietly as a father and husband, far from the public eye. In 1980, John made a return to music with the album Double Fantasy, created with Yoko Ono. The world was eager for his comeback. A tragic end. On December 8, 1980, John Lennon was shot outside his New York City apartment building, the Dakota, by a man named Mark David Chapman, just hours after Lennon had autographed an album for him. The world was stunned. A man who had sung of peace, love, and nonviolence had been killed by senseless violence. Tributes poured. John Lennon's influence didn't end with his death. It only grew. He remains a symbol of hope, truth, and resistance. His music continues to inspire new generations. Emfline arrested site Lace in a Generation, Central Park, near the Dakota. Strawberry Fields, Central Park, was built in his honor, named after one of his most personal songs, Strawberry Fields Forever. John Lennon was never afraid to speak up. He questioned power, challenged norms, and opened his heart through every lyric. Legacy of a legend's songs, less in tidying and a matter of his murifice. Final words. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. John Lennon dreamed of a better world, and asked us to imagine it too. His voice may be gone, but the echo of that dream still lingers. And this was the story of John Lennon, the rebel, the artist, the peacemaker, a true legend whose echo will never fade.